Hi, this is Scott from the CSUDH Bulletin, and today we're here to talk about the fact that 9/11 has its anniversary on Thursday, and we're simply asking people where they were and what they remember from that day.
In New York at the time. I was 16 at the time, about to turn 17, and I was getting ready to go to school. My mom was asking me whether or not I was going to go to school. I was debating on that. The first plane had already hit the building, so I went up to the roof of my building, which has a clear direct line to the both towers, and you could see one of the buildings already smoking. And me and my friends saw the second plane hit, and we knew we weren't going to go to school that day. It was very hectic that day. All the streets was clear. It was like out of a movie. There was nobody really outside. All the police, fire, and ambulance had rushed down to Manhattan. Everybody else, the residents, were inside their apartment buildings. And within 40 minutes of the second plane hitting, there were National Guard and reservists that were leaving their apartments to go to their units at the time.
At first I was confused because it's not the age where you still don't understand what was happening. But I remember just like clearly the pictures. It was kind of scary at first because like you saw this big building burst into flames, and then one just finally just collapsed, and you're just like, you got the idea. Then you saw the planes hitting it.
What I remember about 9/11 was I had recently had a baby, and I was at home with her, and my husband called me to turn on the TV, and when I turned it on, I could not believe what was going on. Like, I really thought it was something staged. I don't know. I just thought it was just really, really devastating. I couldn't believe it. I mean, I went to the news. I mean, it was very uncomfortable to see all that situation that was going on.
I was in high school in Redondo Union High School, Redondo Beach, sophomore year. Walking into my econ class, professor simply sat us down and let us know that it was something real, and turned on the TV, and I felt a bit disconnected because I wasn't sure how my feelings were.
I got up that morning, turned on the television. I was preparing myself and my daughter for our day. I had to take her to school and I had to go to work. Well, I turned on the television because I like to watch Channel 7 News before I start my day, and I was in shock. I could not believe what I was hearing, that a plane had fallen into two buildings and it crumbled, and I was devastated, first as a human being, and second as an American. It made no sense to me. I didn't understand how in this day and time something like that could happen and so many people's lives could be affected in just 1 second, that an airplane crashed into a building. And also the Pentagon, that's supposed to be the most secured place. I couldn't believe it. I think sometimes I still have a hard time believing it. I still have a hard time understanding it. I can't explain it. Although I have to come to the realization that it happened. But what do we do to make sure it doesn't happen again? And how do we explain it to our children and those coming up behind us? What are we going to do as a society, as a human race? We should be more conscious and more caring, not just of ourselves here, but on a global scale. We should be more conscious.
Morning of September 11th, 2001, I was teaching at Bloomsburg University in Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania, an 8:30 in the morning class, technical writing course. And one of the students said to me, somebody ran a plane into the World Trade Center. And I thought, wow, that's horrible. That's a really bad pilot. Geez, what happened? Et cetera, and didn't think much about it. Class went until 9:45. By the time 9:45 happened, the second plane had hit the second tower. And all hell had broken loose, basically.
My first reaction was like, not again, because the World Trade had gotten hit before through the bottom floor. I was a bit nervous. I thought we were actually being attacked by missiles for some reason, that was coming. Watching the news, saw the Pentagon got hit. I knew it was an act of war immediately once you hit a military target. I was nervous, scared, a bit patriotic, I guess the best way to put it, because soon thereafter I joined the military to go fight for my country. My parents were scared. They were worried that that all was coming to an end, like America was going under. We knew it wasn't happening, but that's what my parents were worried about.